Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 hockey season replay. Our first game since Gen Con in this replay takes us back to the HP Pavilion in San Jose, California for a Western Conference matchup between the Detroit Red Wings and the San Jose Sharks. We are jumping into this one tied at 2 in the third period. It is January 9th, 2009 in the replay. Or 2010, I should say. Looking at the standings so far. In the Pacific Division, it is San Jose's division to lose right now. 30 wins, 11 losses, and 3 overtime losses. Good for 63 points and the current 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Red Wings right now would be just out of the playoff picture. 19 wins, 16 losses, and 8 overtime losses. Good for 46 points. So, that is where things stand here. As I mentioned, the Sharks would be the 1 seed if the playoffs started today. But since they don't, we have a lot more regular season action to go. So, as the fans are filing into the HP Pavilion here in San Jose, everybody's getting set. So let's jump right into the action. Faceoffs are going to start off here in the third period at even strength, +1 to Detroit. And a +1 to the home team will bring that over to Heatley, and we're off for San Jose. He will pass that over to Marleau. Force dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Zetterberg is a 3, so that will get dumped in. Puck battle, visiting center versus home center. Datsuk will have that for the Red Wings. Passing over to Rafalski. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Thornton's a 3. Rafalski will have that with a 34. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move over to Stewart. Taking off more time. That'll get passed up to Bertuzzi. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Murray's a 5. He'll jar that puck loose. And that'll be the home center. That'll be Thornton coming up with it for San Jose. Taking off more time. That'll get passed over to Huskins. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 2. Stewart's a 1. That'll be a 35. Huskins will make a pass. He'll move that over to Murray. 18:20 to play in the period. Moving up to Heatley. Force dumping if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Stewart's a 5. That'll get dumped in. Goalie will cover it, and we'll get a face-off. They'll get a bouncing puck, and rather than do anything funny with it, Howard will just smother it and get the whistle for the face-off. And we'll take that face-off to the right of Howard. Face-offs remain +1 to Detroit, and that'll mean we have to pull it over for Rafalski, and also for our first set of line changes tonight. As usual, Rafalski will wait until he gets off the ice, or wait until he makes his move with the puck to get off the ice. But that's a big defensive zone win for Detroit. That'll get passed up to Holmstrom. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 12. They are a 6. So Holmstrom will have that with a 26. He will make a pass on that. And that'll move down to Lebda. Passing over to Lidstrom. Interception of the center left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 12. Klo and Pavelski are a 5. Lidstrom will have that with a 36. That'll be an assist chance. Setting up Lebda with a 32. That'll be a shot 0 against Nabokov. A 58 on a shot 0. Nabokov will make an easy save, and rather than see any funny business, he'll see the Red Wing offense bearing down on him. He'll cover that, get the face-off. And we'll take that face-off to the right of Nabokov. Face-offs are now +2 to San Jose. That'll get pulled over to Blake, and we're off once again. San Jose with the puck now on a defensive zone win. That'll get passed over to Boyle. Interception of the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 12. Draper and Cleary are a 6. That'll be an 11 for Boyle. He'll take a shot 0 on Howard. 51. Howard will make the save, and he'll cover that for the face-off, as the ice now moves the other direction. And we'll take that face-off to the left of Howard. Faceoffs are still +2 to San Jose. A +4 will pull that over to Cleary for Detroit, and we're off. Passing over to Holmstrom. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 1. Klo is a 3, so he will take that puck away for San Jose. Let's not forget to tick that down. Passing over to Pavelski. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 8. Lebda's a 2. A 2 will be a shot 5 against Howard. 10 on a shot 5. Rebound chance. And Howard's gone hot. Offensive left wing versus defensive right D +2. The +2 will bring it over to Lebda for Detroit. 16:20 to play. Pass up to Holmstrom. Forced dump in if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Setaguchi is a 2. That'll get dumped in. Offensive right wing +2 versus defensive left D. Because of home team, Boyle will have that for San Jose. And we have another set of line changes. Boyle will make his move with the puck first. That'll get passed up to Malhotra. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Cronwall's a 3. 4 for Malhotra. That'll be a shot 3 on Howard. 17 on a shot 3. That's a rebound chance. Defensive right D, that'll be Erickson with the puck for Detroit. 15:40 to play. Passing up to Helm. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Demers is a 2. 7 will be a shot 3 against Nabokov. 35 on a shot 3. That's a rebound chance. Offensive left D versus defensive left D +1. That'll pull it over to Vlasic for San Jose. 15:20 to play. Passing up to Stobitz. Penalty if any defender's penalty is greater than or equal to 12. We will look at Helm. He's a 20, so there might be a penalty. 21 is going to be a pass. That'll get touched up, so we'll check the penalty. 22, that puck's going to sail out of play, so we'll take a face-off at neutral ice. And I'll adjust that just a touch. I think we're good there. Face-off at center ice, which is now +1 to Detroit. That'll be Helm with it for Detroit, and we're off and running. Off and skating again. Passed over to Miller. Loose puck if the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Stobitz is a 1. 26 is going to be a pass by Miller. He'll move that over to Eves. 14:40 to play. Passing right back to Miller. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 6. They're a 4. 14 is going to be a shot 1 against Nabokov. 70 on a shot 1. Nabokov will make the save and he'll hold on for the face-off. Detroit trying to get some pressure here early in the third period. Excuse me. Face-offs are +1 to Detroit. But a +5 will pull that over to Malhotra for San Jose, and we're off once again. Passing over to Vlasic. Forced dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Helm is a 3. A 2 for Vlasic. That'll be a shot 2 against Howard. A 9 on a shot 2. That's a rebound chance. Home left wing. McGinn's got it with a 28. That'll be a shot 3 on Howard. A 68 on a shot 3. Save made by Howard on the rebound that he couldn't quite control, but this one he'll have plenty of control of. Enough to get a face-off. Arena groans. Ugh. Okay. Just checking on some other things here. All right, bringing the face-off to the left of Howard. Face-offs are +1 to Detroit. +6 to the right wing will bring it over to Stobitz for San Jose. And we're off and running with another line change. There we are. Sorry about the delay. Just in time for line changes once again. Stobitz will make his move with the puck, and then he'll get off the ice. As World's Worst Gamer now joins us here at the HP Pavilion, and it's a blackout like what happened to the Boston Gardens in the playoffs long ago. Unfortunately, it's an unavoidable hazard of how I've got my stream set up using my Sony a6000 camera as my webcam. Sometimes I'll jar the cables just so, and then I'll end up with a small blackout, but we've got it all sorted out now. That'll get passed over to Shelley. Stobitz will get off the ice. Takeaway if the left wing take is greater than or equal to 2. Abdelkader is a 2. He will take that away for Detroit. Passing over to Leno. Loose puck if the left wing hit is greater than or equal to 6. Shelley is going to knock that loose with a 6 on a huge hit. So a loose puck, that'll go back to Stewart for Detroit. 13:20 to play. That'll get passed over to Rafalski. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Murray's a 5. For Rafalski, will have a 3. That'll be a shot 2 on Nabokov. 14 on a shot 2. That's a rebound for Nabokov. Defensive lefty Murray will shut the rebound problem down for San Jose and will tick off time. That'll get passed over to Huskins. Interception if the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 9. They're a 5. 17, Huskins will make a pass. And that'll move up to Shelley. 12:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Nickel. Interception if the left B and right D's defense greater than or equal to 11. Stewart and Rafalski are a 9. An 11 for Nickel. That'll be a shot 0 on Howard. 52 on a shot 0. Howard will get a bouncing puck. He'll make an easy save. And rather than anything funny happening, he'll freeze it, get the face-off. Face-offs are even right now. Taking that to the left of Howard. That'll be Filppula winning that for Detroit, and we're off once again. That'll get passed over to Stewart. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Nickel is a 6. He'll knock that puck loose. Offensive center versus defensive center +5. The +5 will bring it over to Nickel. And we have a line change coming up. As usual, Nickel will make his move with the puck before he gets off the ice. That'll get passed down to Blake. Nickel will get off the ice. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 1. Datsuk is an 8 on that. He will take that puck away for Detroit. 11:40 to play. Passing over to Zetterberg. Force dump it if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Blake is a 4. 15 for Zetterberg. That'll be a shot 2 on Nabokov. A 74 on a shot 2. Save made by Nabokov. He'll hold on, get the face-off. We'll take that face-off to the right of Nabokov. Face-offs are +1 to Detroit. A +9, though, will pull it over to Blake for San Jose, and we're off once again. Blake with it now for San Jose. That'll get passed up to Thornton. Penalty if the left wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 4. Zetterberg's a 2. 3 for Thornton, though. That's going to be a shot 4 on Howard. A 12 on a shot 4, and score! Joe Thornton gives the Sharks a 3-2 lead here, a little under halfway through the third period. Arena cheers. Yay! Let's see, that's Thornton. From Blake, and we'll flip over one card so I can follow the flow of play. Never mind, we'll just have the one assist. That'll be from Blake. But the Sharks now with a 3-2 lead here at just about the halfway mark of the third period. We'll bring the teams back out to center ice. Faceoffs remain +1 to Detroit. Bertuzzi will have that for the Red Wings, and we're off once again. Passing over to Datsuk. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 7. Thornton's a 3. 16 for Datsuk. That'll be a shot 1 on Nabokov. 78 on a shot 1. Nabokov will make the save, and he'll hold on for the face-off. We'll take that face-off to the left of Nabokov. Detroit now looking for the equalizer. Face-offs are +1 to Detroit. That'll be Bertuzzi with it for the Red Wings once again, and we're off. Passing down to Lebda. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 7. Marlowe's a 3. A 1 for Lebda. That's going to be a shot 2 on Nabokov. With a 1 on a shot 2, and score! Terrible play by Nabokov. And the Red Wings managed to tie this one up here in the third at 3. Arena groans. Ugh. Lebda from Bertuzzi and Zetterberg. As we are once again tied at 3 here in the third period. Bring the teams back to center ice. Faceoffs are +1 to Detroit. Thornton gets kicked out. Faceoffs are now +3 to Detroit. That'll go over to Lidstrom, as now we're tied at 3 here in the third, and we're off once again. That'll get passed up to Zetterberg. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 11. Heatley and Blake are a 7. So a 7, that'll be a shot 3 for Zetterberg. 33 on a shot 3. That's a rebound chance. Home center, that's over to Thornton with it. Come on. Thornton for San Jose will tick off time, and we've got another set of line changes. 10 minutes to play here in the third period. 10 minutes. Thornton will make his move with the puck, and then he'll get off the ice. That'll get passed over to Setaguchi. Forced dumping if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Cronwall's a 4. That'll be a 3 for Setaguchi. That's going to be a shot 4 on Howard. A 13 on a shot 4, and scored! Devin Setaguchi giving the Sharks a 4-3 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! Let's see, that was Setaguchi from Thornton. He was waiting to get off the ice. And we'll flip over a card. We'll say Pavelski as well, since Pavelski wasn't on the ice. And at the very same time as my 3-3 goal, the baseball game was just tied up at the very same time to 3-3 in the ninth inning on a homer by Todd Cruz. That's a little spooky. Except we're playing a very different game here, as we're in the middle of a hockey season replay, and that's baseball that we're looking at, obviously. But before we turn these teams loose again in the third period of the game, I will mention that there will be no hockey tomorrow or Wednesday night, as Wednesday we will be playing The Darkness Over Arkham, one of the Arkham Horror Adventure books. I originally had The Legacy of Cthulhu scheduled, but there will be something coming later this week that'll make why I'm switching those two make more sense. As for this replay, we will be back on Thursday with the replay, as Block 26 will take us to the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and Stratomatic Hockey for Block 26, as the Pittsburgh Penguins will be taking on the Calgary Flames in regular season action. Pittsburgh at Calgary. Coming back here, the Sharks holding a 4-3 lead and a +2 advantage on face-offs. That will go over to Pavelski, and we're off once again here in the third period. That'll get passed over to Vlasic. Forced dumping if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Draper's a 3. A 20 for Vlasic. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move over to Klo. 9:20 to play. Passing over to Demers. Forced dumping if Demers. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Holmstrom's a 2. 38. That's going to be an assist chance. Setting up Pavelski with a 19. That's going to be a shot 3 on Howard. Let's see what Pavelski does with a shot 3. 93 on a shot 3. That's going to get dropped off. And that will be Draper recovering that one for Detroit. Nine minutes to play in the third. Red Wings looking for the equalizer. That goes over to Holmstrom. Penalty if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 7. Demers is a 2. Number 30, that'll be a pass by Holmstrom, as he'll move that over to Eriksson. 8:40 to play in the third. Passing back to Holmstrom. Forced dump in if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Klo is a 2. 35, that's going to be a pass by Holmstrom, and that'll move over to Draper. 8:20 to play in the third. Passing back to Holmstrom. Interception if the lefty and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 7. It is a 7. So that'll be Demers making the interception just in time for another round of line changes. Hopefully everybody watching is enjoying a little Monday Night Hockey here on the channel. All right, Demers with the puck. He will move that up to McGinn. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 6. Stewart's a 1. McGinn will have that with a 37. That'll be a pass. And he'll move that over to Stobitz. 7:40 to play here in the third. Passing over to McGinn. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 2. Eves is a 2. He'll take that away. 7:20 to play. Passing over to Stewart. Penalty if the right wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 4. Stobitz is a 14, so there will definitely be a penalty. 27, that's going to get passed. That'll get touched up by San Jose, and we'll check the penalty. 15, Stobitz just misses a major penalty, but he will go off on a minor. He will go off for hooking. As Detroit now looking for a golden opportunity here to tie this game here in the later stages of the third period. I'm going to bring the other part of the fast action deck in shot just so that's all ready to go. Face-offs right now are +1 to Detroit. We'll take that face-off to the right of Nabokov. That will go over to Stewart, and we're off on this Detroit power play. That'll get passed up to Helm. Interception if the lefty and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 8. It is. That will be Murray making that interception. 6:40 to play. Passing over to Huskins. Interception if the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 6. It is. That will be Rafalski making that interception for Detroit. 6:20 to play in the third. Passing up to Miller. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 10. Huskins is a 4, and there is no right wing right now. 12 is going to be a shot 3 on Nabokov. A 60 on a shot 3, and save made by Nabokov. He will hold on, get the face-off. We'll take that face-off to the left of Nabokov. A big, shorthanded defensive zone draw coming for San Jose, and face-offs are +1 to the Red Wings. +1 would make it even, but because it's visitor tie in this case, Eves will win that for Detroit, but we'll have a set of line changes. Eves with it for Detroit, waiting for line changes to finish for both teams. That'll get passed down to Lebda. Penalty if the lefty's penalty is greater than or equal to 4. Boyle is a 2. 18, that's going to be a pass by Lebda. He'll move that up to Filppula. 5:40 to play here in the third. Passing over to Eves. Interception if the left wing and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 12. They're a 5. A 3 on the power play. Eves with a shot 5 on Nabokov. 15 on a shot 5. That's a rebound chance, and Nabokov's gone hot. Offensive left wing versus defensive right D. That will be Blake with it for San Jose. Big play as San Jose is able to kill the penalty. Arena cheers. Yay! That'll get passed up to Shelley. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 6, Eves is a 2. And 11 is going to be a shot 1 on Howard. 53 on a shot 1. That'll be a save made by Howard. He'll hold on and get the face-off. We'll take that face-off to the left of Howard. Just going to check, make sure the camera hasn't gone crazy on me. Face-offs are even right now. Both get... Jarred the camera there. Both get kicked out. Face-offs are going to remain even as Mitchell and Abdelkader will step in to take the draw now. +7 to the center. Filppula will get the win from Abdelkader, and we're off once again. 5 minutes to go in the third period. That'll get passed down to Lidstrom. Forced dumping at the lefties' defense is greater than or equal to 5. Boyle is a 4. 20 is going to be a pass by Lidstrom, as he'll move that back up to Filppula. 4:40 to play. Detroit still looking for the equalizer. That'll get passed over to Lebda. Penalty if the left wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 7. Shelley's a 10, so we might have a penalty. 25, that's going to be a pass, but that'll get touched up. We'll check the penalty. 1 plus a minor if it's a major. Ooh, this is a really bad time for San Jose to take a penalty. So Shelley will be going off. He'll be going off for hooking, which means San Jose will be shorthanded for the rest of this game. Actually, let me just... So that's 1 plus minor if it's a major. Okay, let me see what that translates to. Falls outside the... Or falls in the possible player's major range. He's assessed a... Okay, he's assessed a minor and a major penalty. So, yeah. The number falls... Yep, okay. So, yeah, that will be a huge penalty for San Jose. I was just double checking that. Right? Okay, yeah. So yeah, San Jose will be shorthanded, will be minus a left wing for the rest of the game. Detroit now with a golden opportunity to tie this game. Face-offs remain even, though. That will be a right wing win. That'll be Eves with it, and we're off once again for Detroit. Passing over to Lebda. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 7. There is no left wing. 4 is going to be a shot 1 on Nabokov. A 20 on a shot 1. That'll be a rebound. Offensive left wing versus defensive right D +5. The plus, even without the +5, Blake will have that for San Jose. But we also have a set of line changes. Blake with it for San Jose. He will make his move, and then he'll get off the ice. Wait a minute. We should be on line 1s, it looks like. Okay, I must have had a card get stuck there somewhere. Passing over to Heatley. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 2. Datsuk is a 1. 12 for Heatley. That's going to be a pass. He'll move that. He'll hold on to that himself. 3:40 to play. That'll get passed down to Vlasic. Forced dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Ericsson's a 4. That puck will get dumped in. And we'll have a puck battle. Offensive right wing +1 versus defensive left D. Even without the +1, Heatley will have that for San Jose. As we're still taking down time, that'll go over to Vlasic. Penalty if any defender's penalty is greater than or equal to 25. Datsuk is a 27, so he might be going off here. 5 shorthanded, that'll be a giveaway. That'll get touched up, though, so we'll check on Datsuk's minor. And, yep, he will be going off for interference. So we've got a 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes. We're going to do that. The yellow pawn is going to mark when Detroit's penalty ends. So we're 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes. Face-offs right now are +1 to San Jose. And that'll be enough to keep it with Vlasic, and we're off once again. That'll get past. Vlasic will hold on to that himself. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 3. There is no center. 18, that'll be a pass. That'll go to Thornton. 2:40 to play here in the third. Passed over to Blake. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 9. Bertuzzi and Erickson are a 6. So that'll be a 9 for Blake. That'll be a shot 1 on Howard. A 41 on a shot 1. That'll be a save made, and Howard will hold on to get the face-off. We'll take that face-off to the right of Howard. Face-offs remain +1 to San Jose. Blake will win that one back, and we're off once again. Passing up to Thornton. Interception of the left D and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 9. They're an 8. A 9 for Thornton at even strength. That'll be a shot 1 on Howard. 45. That'll be a save made. Howard will hold on to that one as well as San Jose gets a quick flurry, but Howard will hold on, get the face-off. Howard trying to keep the Red Wings in this game, but he's got to be looking at the bench for when Mike Babcock's going to pull him for the extra attacker. Face-offs remain +1 to San Jose with another minute to go on Detroit's penalty, on the penalty to Datsuk. Face-offs are still +1 to San Jose. That'll come over to Vlasic, and we're off once again, but we've got another set of line changes first. Nope. Murray shouldn't have gotten changed out yet. Okay. Now that we're all set there, that'll get passed up to Setaguchi. Interception of the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Cleary's a 3, and there is no center. 17, that's going to be a shot 1 on Howard. An 82 on a shot 1. That'll get dropped off. And that'll be Rafalski tracking that down for Detroit. 1:40 to play. Passing, Rafalski will hold on to that. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 4. San Jose doesn't have a right wing right now. 28, that's going to be a pass. And that'll move up to Cleary. Just in time for the penalty to Detroit, or to the center to Datsuk to be over. And speaking of which, he's going to come out as the extra attacker. As the net is now empty, Howard has made his way to the bench. That'll get passed over to Rafalski. Penalty if the left wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 5. There is no left wing for San Jose. 14, that'll be a giveaway. Uh-oh. Right wing break greater than or equal to 4. Setaguchi's only a 3, but he will have control of that. Hopefully Rafi can come up with a game-tying goal late. Only player I'm cheering for out of there because he's a former Devil player. And we'll find out soon enough, but time is running out on Detroit. Setaguchi, 1 minute left to play in the third period. 1 minute. That'll get past. Setaguchi will hold on to that himself. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 3. Holmstrom is a 2. So a 30, that'll get sent the length of the ice. And that will be Cleary tracking that down for Detroit. 40 seconds left to play. Passed over to Rafalski. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Pavelski is a 2. He'll jar that puck loose. And we'll have the offensive left wing versus defensive left D, defensive right D +4. The +4 will bring it over to Demers. 20 seconds to play here in the third. Passing up to Pavelski. Loose puck if the left D's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Stewart's a 4. He will jar that puck loose, but it's just a second too late, as the San Jose Sharks will escape a close one here at home with a 4-3 victory. Arena cheers. Yay! World's Worst Gamer groans. Ugh. So the Sharks pick up a big 4-3 victory here at home. And I'm going to do my ticker update real quick. And now I'm going to do my cleanup, as usual. And then we will ask our friends at Downey Games using Final Score Hockey how the rest of the NHL fared in this block. And yeah, that was a good one. And I don't know how much you've been following my replay. For those of you who might be new to my replays, I always start my Inside the Crease games with a third period game situation, because if I try to start them from the start of the first period, I'm going to be at these games for about 2 hours, and on a weeknight, that ain't gonna fly. So that's why I always do the third period only in Inside the Crease. When I get to the Strat games in the replay, those I play all the way through, because Strat actually plays very quickly. Certainly compared to Inside the Crease. Right. Rest of my bits and bobs for Inside the Crease. And then the scoreboard, the electronic scoreboard you see in shot as well, will actually come in clutch here too, because I'll be able to use that to track my shootout scores, assuming I end up with shootouts during final score. You know, I was trying to get a fingernail under the scoreboard, or under the clock, I should say, but I was having problems getting that down there. But I managed to get it scooped up finally. Here we are. Okay. Let's go find my remote. And now we're all set to ask our friends at Downey Games using Final Score Hockey how the rest of the NHL fared in this block number 25. So the Sharks escape a home game against Detroit with a 4-3 victory. But let's see how the rest of the NHL fared here on January 9th, 2010. Let's start off with the Capitals and the Thrashers. Capitals, N31, that is 3. Thrashers, J34, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Washington's an A, Atlanta's an E. A41 won't do anything for Washington. Will an E63 possibly for Atlanta? Let's see if Washington can make the save with Atlanta's net empty. An A31 won't make the save. The Thrashers will take a 4-3 victory out of that one. Rangers and the Bruins. Rangers, G54, that is 3. Bruins, J13, that is 1. New York takes a 4-3 victory over Boston. Avalanche and the Sabres. Colorado, H15 is 1. Buffalo, K63 is going to be a lot more than 1, that is 5. Buffalo takes a 5-1 victory. Blues and the Kings. Blues, E33, that is 2. Kings, M55 is going to be a lot more than 2. That is, well, not a lot, but 4 is enough more than 2. That St. Louis won't try to get the equalizer with the net empty. The Kings have the Blues singing their namesake. Blackhawks and the Wild. Chicago, L21 is 2. Minnesota, J54, that is 4. Minnesota takes a 4-2 win over Chicago. Devils and the Canadiens. New Jersey, G55 is 3. Montreal, K53, that is 4. That's a pressure situation for New Jersey. The Devils are a C under pressure. A C13 will do Bubkus for New Jersey. Montreal will take a 4-3 victory. Ducks and the Predators. Anaheim, G45, that is 3. Nashville, H56, that's a big game for Nashville. '62 is +1 column. So they go from H to column I. 51 is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Anaheim is an E. Nashville's a C. E34 won't do anything for Anaheim. Neither will a C25 for Nashville, which means this game is going to overtime. Nashville will have a chance to win first. Which in H66 will do it all day long. Nashville will take a 4-3 win out of overtime. Florida at Ottawa. Let's see if the Panthers are afraid of a little snow here. Don't appear to be. Panthers, F65, that is 4. Ottawa, H62, that is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Florida's an E, Ottawa's a C. E42 won't do anything for Florida. Neither will a C53 for Ottawa, which means we are going to overtime in this one. Senators with a chance to win first. And H11 won't do it for Ottawa, and F52 won't do it either for Florida, which means we've got ourselves our first shootout, and you're going to see how clutch the scoreboard comes in on that. Round 1, as both teams are Ds in the shootout. Ottawa will score, Florida will not. Round 2. Ottawa will... Actually, both teams were Ds. Ottawa will actually not score. I thought they would for a second. Round 3. If Florida doesn't score here, it's over. Both teams will score, but Ottawa will take that one 5-4 in the shootout. Right, there we go. Lightning and the Flyers. Lightning, F61 is 3. Philadelphia, I-15, that is 1. Tampa Bay gets a 3-1 victory. Islanders and the Coyotes. New York, E46, that's a big game for the Islanders. '43 is -3 columns. So E, 1, 2, 3. Ouch. And 11 is 0. Phoenix, F55 is a lot more than 0. That's 3. The Coyotes will take a 3-0 win. I just got to do an update on my ticker real quick. There we go. All right, Pittsburgh at Toronto. Penguins, K35, that is 3. Toronto, G43, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Pittsburgh's a C, Toronto's an E. C34 won't do anything for Pittsburgh. Neither will an E25 for Toronto, which means this game's going to overtime. Toronto with a chance to win first. G33 won't do anything for Toronto. Neither will a K24 for Pittsburgh, which means we've got another shootout. Both teams are an A in the shootout, round 1. Pittsburgh will score, Toronto will not, round 2. Both teams will score, round 3. If Pittsburgh scores or Toronto does not, game is over. Neither team will score. Pittsburgh will get that win, 4-3 in a shootout. Calgary at Vancouver. Flames, D16 is 1. Vancouver, P14 is 2. That's a pressure situation for Calgary. Calgary is a D under pressure. But a 13 won't do anything for Calgary. Vancouver will win that one, 2-1. On to January 10th. Senators and the Hurricanes. Senators, G35, that is 2. Hurricanes, I66 is 5. Carolina will take that, 5-2. Dallas at Columbus. Dallas, K56, that is 4. Columbus, F41, that is 2. The Stars will shine on a 4-2 victory. Ducks and the Blackhawks. Anaheim, G54. G54 is 3. Chicago, L32. That is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Anaheim is an E. Chicago's a B. An E12 won't do anything for Anaheim. Neither will a B34 for Chicago, which means we've got overtime in this one, and Chicago will have a chance to win first. An L26 won't do it for Chicago. Neither will a G22 for Anaheim, which means we've got a shootout. Both teams are D's in the shootout, round 1. Neither team will score, round 2. Chicago almost got that one, though. Round 3, as neither team can score. Anaheim will score, Chicago will not, and Anaheim will take that win, 4-3 in a shootout. On to January 11th. Colorado at Calgary. Avalanche, I13 is 1. Calgary, H55. That is 4. Calgary with a 4-1 victory. San Jose at Los Angeles. Sharks, I65 is 5. Kings, M32, that is 3. San Jose with a 5-3 victory. Penguins and the Wild. Penguins, J46 is 3. Minnesota, H43, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Pittsburgh's a C, Minnesota's an E. Neither team will be able to score, which means this one is going to overtime. Minnesota will have a chance to win first. Minnesota with an H23 won't get it done. Penguins with a J54, That will get it done, and the Penguins will take that win 4-3 in overtime. Predators and the Canucks. Nashville, E52, that is 3. Vancouver, P33, that is 4. And that's a pressure situation for Nashville. Nashville is a C under pressure, with the net empty. A C54 will just miss for Nashville. Vancouver will escape with a 4-3 victory. On to January 12th. Senators and the Thrashers. Wow. Senators, G14, that is 1. Thrashers, I13, is also 1. Pressure situations all around. Ottawa is a C. Atlanta is an E. A C12 won't do anything for Ottawa. Neither will an E52 for Atlanta, which means we are going to overtime, and Atlanta will have a chance to win first. An I-45 won't get it done. Will a G61 for Ottawa? That will get it done. Ottawa will take a 2-1 victory in overtime. Predators in Edmonton to play the Oilers. Predators, G51, that is 3. Oilers, I62, that is 4. And that's a pressure situation for Nashville. Nashville is a C under pressure. A C13 won't do anything for Nashville. Edmonton will escape with a 4-3 victory at home. Red Wings and the Islanders. Detroit, H65 is 5. Islanders, J14, that is 1. Red Wings take a 5-1 victory. Devils and the Rangers. Devils, G46, that is 3. Rangers, K56, that is 4. Pressure situation for the Devils. New Jersey's a C under pressure. C36 won't do it for New Jersey. The Rangers will take a 4-3 victory. Stars and the Flyers. Stars, H64, that is 5. Philadelphia, I13 is 1. Dallas with a 5-1 victory. Sharks and the Coyotes. San Jose, I31, that is 2. Coyotes, J13, that is 1. Pressure situation for the Coyotes. Phoenix is a B under pressure. A 66 might have a chance to score. Sharks with the B15 can't stop them. Coyotes will score. They will force overtime with the net empty. Phoenix with a chance to win first. Getting tired of the Devil losses and losing to the Rags is unacceptable. Let's see, who are the Devils playing in this last... Oh, probably the Rangers. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Coyotes with a chance to win in overtime. With a J51, that will get it done for the Coyotes. They'll take that 3-2 in overtime. Blue Jackets and the Blues. And don't yell at me at the Devil losses, World's Worst Gamer. That's what the dice are saying is going to happen. Blue Jackets, G64, is 4. Blues are also a G. They roll a 43. That is 3. Pressure situation for the Blues. St. Louis is a D under pressure. A D52 won't get it done, though. Columbus will take a 4-3 victory over St. Louis. Capitals and the Lightning. Washington, N34. That is 3. Tampa Bay, I-23. I-23 is 2. That's a pressure situation for Tampa Bay. The Lightning are an E under pressure. An E-23, though, actually an E-36 will also not do anything for Tampa Bay. Washington will get a 3-2 victory. Hurricanes and the Maple Leafs. Hurricanes, I-43 is 3. Toronto, F-66, that is 5. Toronto will take a 5-3 victory. That is your final score hockey for Block 25. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Thursday. Thursday night, as I mentioned, we will be at the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and Stratomatic Hockey, as the Pittsburgh Penguins will be in Calgary to play the Flames. Before that, though, Wednesday we will be back into the Arkham Horror Files, continuing Mythos Month, actually officially starting Mythos Month on the channel, as we play The Darkness over Arkham. As for Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Recipes from the World of H.P. Lovecraft cookbook as we make the side, Howard's Potato Salad. And Sunday, we will be starting the 2025 Summer of Lovecraft as we are against Yog-Sothoth this year, and we'll be playing Eldritch Horror for the first leg of the campaign. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The San Jose Sharks weather an empty net onslaught from the Red Wings as they take this one 4-3. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys Wednesday for The Darkness over Arkham.